Hello. In the last two videos we've been exploring surviving examples of buildings that have their origins as typical open hall houses. The Old Hall at Croscombe in Somerset is another such property, and one that retains many features telling the story of how these medieval houses developed over time. Although there was an earlier building on the site, the Old Hall we see today dates to the early 15th century. It was built for the Lord of the Manor of Croscombe, Sir William Poulton. The partly colour-washed walls are of coursed stone rubble. From William Poulton, the Old Hall passed to his widow, who remarried into a landowning Devon family. And for the next 250 years or so, Croscombe Old Hall was occupied by stewards or rented out to tenants. The building slowly slipped into disrepair, neglected by absentee landlords. The solo wing at the east end of the hall was demolished, and the service rooms at the west end, kitchen, pantry and possibly a buttery, converted into a separate cottage. The hall was rescued by the local Baptist congregation, who began meeting there in the early 18th century. The Croscombe congregation belonged to the particular Baptist group, followers of the Reformation teaching of John Calvin, that maintained salvation was reserved for a chosen elect. In the 1820s, a large tank was installed, replacing a plunge in the River Sheppey for the practice of full immersion adult baptisms. In the religious census of 1851, the first and only such ecclesiastical census carried out on Sunday the 30th of March that year, the then deacon John Parker noted the hall could accommodate 120 worshippers and reported 42 in attendance for the afternoon service, along with 26 Sunday scholars, with an evening service attracting just 11. By comparison, St Mary's, the Anglican parish church next door, recorded 194 attending morning service and a total of 362 in the evening. The builder of Old Hall, Sir William Poulton, was a patron of St Mary's, and his coat of arms is displayed in the nave, and they can also be seen in the Old Hall on a bracket that once held torches. While the Baptists flourished, they proved good custodians of the Old Hall, ensuring it was well maintained. However, by the mid-19th century, by which time the congregation had reduced to single figures, the building was close to collapse. Croscombe Old Hall was sold to the Building Preservation Charity, the Landmark Trust, in 1975, and subsequently renovated with original features restored wherever possible. The hall is once more open to the roof, exposing its 5 arch-braced collar beam trusses with tiered wind bracing. 4 centred arch doorways, a feature of perpendicular Gothic architecture, open from what was the cross passage into the former service rooms. A large blocked arch is visible from outside. This once led from the hall into a small private chamber which now no longer exists. Carved fragments of the hall fireplace were reused at some point in the past as a lintel. Heating in the open hall is now provided by a converted Gurney patent stove relocated from Romsey Abbey. The Gurney stove was an early type of radiator heater invented by Sir Goldsworthy Gurney. It had 24 cast iron fins that gave out heat from water evaporating in a trough at the base. When it was patented in 1858, the Gurney stove was cutting-edge technology, fitted in cathedrals including St Paul's, churches, schools and offices across the country. Some, as here at Croscombe Old Hall, are still in use, now converted to gas. Fully restored by the Landmark Trust, the Old Hall is now repurposed as a holiday let with a strong sense of history. Next time, I'm going to look at an unusual house overlooking Lyme Bay and a chain of defences built to protect Britain from invasion during the Napoleonic Wars. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.